less than a year ago, I had a friend group I put all my happiness on. I had a girl I put all my happiness on. And when this inevitably went downhill and crushed and went bad, I was left to pick up all the pieces in myself, all the sadness in myself, all the pain and hardship and absolute agony that I was feeling in myself. And the overall message in this video is don't put too much happiness on people. Don't put too much happiness on someone serving you a certain way, making you feel a certain way, because the reality is it can go up, it can go down, it can be good, it can be bad. And I used to be in an actual position of this, and I'm not even lying when I say this, where I put way too much on that. Way too much on that. I would literally put my whole mood, how I literally felt of myself, on an external person or an external few people and treating me a certain way. And this would just genuinely crush my own reality in a sense, because think, if they didn't do exactly what I wanted to do, or didn't do near what I wanted to do on that day, or whatever they were saying they're gonna do, imagine what I'd done to my overall day. Imagine what I'd done to my overall daily life. It crushes you. It crushes you because your mind is on that. And when it didn't go the way you want, you're going to feel negative and down. And that's going to influence every single area of yourself and every area of your life. You're going to interact with people more negative because you didn't feel good enough. You're going to go about your day more negative because you didn't feel good enough. You're not going to do what you wanted to do because you're not going to feel good enough. And that's a tough place to be in. That's a very tough place to be in. And I've been there. And it took me having them things go down, having those things go terrible, having pain in myself and hating myself, in order for me to build myself up to the point where I am now, where I don't really care about the external stuff too much. I understand that what I do has a true effect on me. How I literally act and what I actually do for myself has the positive effect on me and how I feel on a daily basis. My power isn't on these people, these external situations. My power is on me doing what I need to do for me, doing what I can control, helping myself in the ways I can control. And it took me building up my mental health from that whole situation to literally be able to get to this position now, where even the external stuff I don't really care too much about, man. I don't care too much, you know. And of course there's certain areas that you care with, like money and all this, but overall, from a real perspective, you can only control what you can control. You can only control what you do for yourself, how you act, what you eat, how you literally speak to people, how you talk, whatever the situation is. You can only control yourself in them certain degrees, in certain areas, how you work out. You can only control yourself to a certain degree. You can control your mind to an extent when you meditate, when you journal, when you get out in nature like this. It helps your mind and it cures your mind. But you can only control yourself to a certain amount. But when you put your energy on people serving you a certain way, when you put your energy on this girl serving you a certain way, this person treating you like this because you need that, because you're craving that love, because you didn't have that love within yourself, you crush yourself. And that's where it comes from overall. You don't have that love within yourself. You don't have that happiness within yourself. So therefore you're putting it on an external thing, thinking that'll solve it. But that doesn't solve it at all. That doesn't solve it at all. And when you realize that, and when you realize you need to be the one who gives yourself that love, gives yourself that respect, gives yourself that admiration in yourself, which a lot of time comes from you doing actual actions for yourself to feel that, that's when the true power comes in. Because then you're not putting it on this person, then you're not putting it on these friends, then you're not putting it on this external thing, you're putting it on yourself then. And you're understanding that you got the responsibility of making yourself feel grateful, making you feel happy, and making you feel actually happy to be here. And it's not an external thing. And it's easy to put it on external things. And there's a lot of people I know in my life, and I was there, and there's still people I know in my life that put their happiness on an external thing going this way, and they forget to look within, and they forget to look within themselves to say, no, I need to actually make myself feel this way. There's certain things that I can look at to feel gratitude now. The beautiful weather, the beautiful grass, the beautiful sun, the beautiful sky, the ability to drink water, the ability to go to the shop and get some food in a minute, the ability to smile, the ability to make people laugh, the ability to talk on camera. There's a lot of positive things in myself. Or I can put my energy on a person treating me in a certain way that I have no control over. I have no control on it, but I can put my energy on this person texting me back and feeling that element of love when they text me back. It's mad, but you need to understand that the love that you have for yourself comes within, comes with the actions you do, comes with how you view your reality, what you focus on, where you literally put your own happiness on your own reality, what you actually do for yourself. That's where it comes from. An external thing isn't going to solve that problem. It's only going to put a band-aid over that for a little while. It's only going to put a plaster over it for a little while and cover up for a bit, but then that's going to get revealed. That's going to get revealed. When it doesn't heal, that's going to get revealed. And then you're going to understand, I need to actually solve this in myself. And that's what I needed. And that's why I'm happy and grateful in my own reality. Now, if I didn't have that, if these situations that I wanted to happen went perfectly, went well, I would be a shit version of myself now. And I'm still nowhere near who I could be. I'm still nowhere near where I wanted to be and where I want to be. But I'm on a path of that now. And I would be a shit version of myself now. And I would literally be so far behind myself that it'd be terrible. It'd be terrible. But I needed that situation to go wrong. I needed that hardship, that pain, that sadness, that absolute agony that I was feeling at that time, where I didn't actually necessarily know that me doing these things, doing positive things for myself, was going to work over time to help me and to better myself out of that position of pain, sadness and agony. And I needed that to be revealed through me, through that pain, through that hardship, through that sadness. I needed it to be revealed to me, to the point now I'm grateful and happy in myself, and I don't care. I don't care that that situation happened. I look back with gratitude now. I lost 4 or 5 people. So what? So what? I gained so much more in myself, and that's what it's about, man. That's what it's about. I learned where my insecurities was, where my sadness was, and I built that up in myself now to the point I don't really care about the external stuff. I don't really care. Of course I give to people, and of course I try to help people, especially my family or whatever, but overall, from an actual external perspective of these people treating me a certain way or whatever, I have the love and I have the gratitude within myself through the actions I do, through how I feel about myself, through how I look at my own reality. And that's a beautiful thing, and that's what I want with you lot. That's what I want. There's so many blessings that you have. There's so many good things that you have, and you need to just understand what you actually have and the beautiful things you have. There's so many areas that we need to improve on. But when you put on these external situations going a certain way, when you put on this person treating you a certain way, you're literally just covering up their own sadness and that own pain in yourself, and you need to address that own sadness and that own pain in yourself, and you need to build that up yourself. And that's the truth. That's the truth. How many people do you know go from relationship to relationship to relationship to relationship, just jumping in, and they never truly heal themselves, and if anything they ruin themselves more and more, because they can't live without having someone there. They need people around them constantly. How many people do you know? I guarantee you know a lot, and I know a lot. But that's you constantly just looking for the external love all the time and not looking within. You have to look within to find that external love, and you got to build that internal love. That's what I meant. You got to build that internal love in yourself, and you can't just constantly look out for it. You got to build it within yourself, and that's what happens, and that's what you need. And then when you get to a position when you got that internal love in yourself, and you're actually grateful for your own reality, you're going to be able to treat people better, and you're going to be able to be a better version of yourself. So you're going to attract actual better people in your life, so it's going to have a better effect than if you were in that negative mind frame before, and that lack mindset where you needed it. And that's the message in this video. I hope you lot got a lot of value. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for all love recently. It means the world. Thank you.